last week I was listening to a Harvard roundtable in the medical school about new directions for mental health accessibility. And I was actually surprised and heartened, but also skeptical, many emotions about them generally being in favor of AI therapy. Because, we've seen really frightening cases, right? Like we've seen people
Hmm.
losing their minds and just being like psychophantically encouraged to do so by the AI. I think that guardrails have not are happening irresponsibly.
Well,
But the
do you trust Sam Altman saying, "Oh, we've put guardrails in place now around ChatGPT after that person died by suicide a few months ago?" It's like,
I really don't know. And I think they're trying to be more transparent. Like I was pretty surprised he put out the statistics on how often they think people are losing touch with reality based on AI conversations with ChatGPT, and it was pretty high. And I
yeah,
was like encouraged that they're willing to release that they're willing to be transparent about how big of a problem this really is. And so I have both hope that we will crack the guardrails and make this accessible. And like, there could just be they could just have to be governmental oversight, which who trusts our government right now? But like,
yeah, no one.
right, but oversight that just says like if you perceive loss, break of reality, suicidality, homicidality, certainly that you have to alert a human. Like, and if you don't, like, something bad happens to you as a company. So I do think that it's possible to structure incentives potentially in a way that would weed out most of these problems and increase access to skilled conversation partners. I do think that I'm skeptical. I actually don't know. People seem to develop real emotional connections with AI,
That's
you know?
crazy.
So I was going to say,
But
I think there's,
oh, go ahead.
oh no, sorry, I talk too much, but
No, no, no.
I,
It's
I,
so good. It's so good. I'm so
oh, good.
invested in this conversation.
I think that connection is such a huge part of the therapeutic mechanism.
Yes.
Feeling safe, feeling seen, feeling liked by your therapist, feeling validated, being kind of gently shown where your blind spots are, uh, showing you where your shadow is. Like maybe you behaved in a way that you are not so conscious of and not so proud of is something that a loving therapist can help you see through the power of that connection. And so my open question is like, so what happens with AI? Will it be possible for that to happen? I don't actually know.
I have some
That's the open
thoughts.
question. Yeah,
I have
I
some
want to hear
thoughts.
your thoughts.
So I think that AI cannot replace therapy for the reasons that you said. I also think when you look at AI and the way people are building connections, whether it's therapeutic or partners that people think they're getting out of it, I think what it's doing, at least my understanding of like the neuroscience behind it. I actually had a neuroscientist on. Neuroscientist. I think she was a neuroscientist. Man, my brain is like fried, and it's only Monday. And
Same.
she was on to talk about the neuroscience of like porn and addiction and all of this stuff and what's happening in your head, and with the chemicals. And so, what she had said to me that was like very alarming was that when you're um, following someone on OnlyFans or you following your favorite influencer, she said your brain doesn't know the difference between you building that connection with your OnlyFans model versus you building it with your partner. And so it kind of got me thinking it's like, so even if AI can't provide that therapeutic side of the relationship authentically in real life, obviously, it can trick the brain into thinking that connection is there. And so when you look at like how, the guys would get the bad reputation for liking the influencers in the bikinis, right? Like that's just, you see memes about it all the time. But like you think about the organic
Internal
rate at which
experience.
we went from real life connection to digital connections over time to social media connections. And now we think we know people that we have never met before. And being on reality TV, there's people that think they know me and have thought they know me, and they don't know anything about me that wasn't on TV. And so I've seen firsthand the other side of that connection that's there to them. But like with AI, it seems like the next logical as much as I don't like it. Step is like you think you can build a connection. And what AI can do is it can validate you. It can give you some tools based on CBT or DBT or whatever type of therapeutic interventions. I think it can do some of that, but it doesn't know you. And also, what scares me is if you've ever played with AI extensively, like we obviously do AI stuff at work and all this stuff, and you can train these models like almost in a silo. And so if you're constantly reinforcing in your chat GPT, like a severe mental health challenge that you have, whether that be anxiety, whether that be depression, that model over time will start to learn and then I mean, who's to say that it doesn't see, with its mathematical, machine large language model, what's to say that it doesn't determine that you taking your life is the best option for you to get out of this 6 months of scenarios that I've been telling you through and nothing's working. My practical skills to you are not working. My, suggestions to you on how to set boundaries isn't working. So nothing's working. The only thing that would work, so like that's what scares me, because I think over time you can train these things to sort of become a negative influence on you.
Yeah, it's really scary. It's really
Yeah.
scary. People talk about the guardrails, and I don't know well enough. I think we're in for a ride for sure. Yeah.
But it's not all bad, right? Because like so you guys use AI in your platform, is that right?
We use AI in a couple of ways.
Yeah, I want
Certainly
to hear
to
those.
monitor your medical treatment at this point. I'm sort of the one playing with what are we going to do in terms of therapeutic AI. I want to maybe create not a therapist, but a counselor. We even thought about counselor with a K. Is that too cute? I don't know. But like a counselor who, just like you said, gives you skills, DBT skills, CBT skills, and can be like a friendly figure and advisor, but not a therapist.
A chatbot almost, like
Yeah,
that. You go to your
yeah,
favorite website to buy something and you're like, I'm looking for this. And they're like, click here. Yeah.
right.
Thank you for listening to this clip from the full episode of Eyes Wide Open. Please like and subscribe for daily clips and new episodes that drop every Tuesday. I appreciate you.